This week we hit up Bryce Canyon at sunrise and then check out Zion National Park all in the same day. Hey guys, how do we keep it dirty off-road? And this is the last video of our American Southwest trip that started in Monument Valley. Took us to Valley of the Gods. Arches National Park. White Rim Road on Canyonlands National Park. And Moab. On the last day of our trip, our plan was to hit up Bryce Canyon and then Zion National Park before driving home to Southern California. My plan was to hit up Bryce Canyon at sunrise, so I drove out the night before from Moab and stayed at Bryce Canyon City to wake up early and get to Sunset Point for the sunrise. I know, why Sunset Point and not Sunrise Point? Well, one, I didn't want to have to fight the crowds just to set up for sunrise. Two, I watched a few videos and to me the view looked better from Sunset Point than it did from Sunrise Point. I got there early and man was it cold. I was not aware of the elevation. Bryce sits at about 8,000 feet. So before the sun came up, it was down to about 10 degrees Fahrenheit and it was windy. It was cold waiting out for that sunrise. There was enough light to see most of the canyon before the sun came out, and this is really a hiker's paradise as well. Most of the national parks are too. I was not planning on hiking at all. After 6 days of traveling, I was exhausted and I was in no shape for this hike. I mainly wanted to see this place at sunrise, but the cold was not gonna make it easy. Even all bundled up, I was freezing. But it was totally worth it. When the sun first started to come out, it came out perfectly over the mountains in the distance. Bryce Canyon then just started to light up with this beautiful orange color everywhere. It was amazing. everything just looked different with the bright orange in contrast with the shadows. It was beautiful. Now there is a lot more to Bryce Canyon National Park. There are more arches to see here, more sights. You could easily spend more than a day here exploring this area. But this was my drive home and I wanted to check out Zion too before the day cut out. Zion is just over an hour away from Bryce Canyon, and I highly recommend coming in from the east side into the park. If you come in from the east side, there is some views that those that usually visit the park don't see. But you also get to come in through the Zion Mont Carmel Tunnel. There is additional fee to drive the tunnel, but that fee is waived by the National Park Pass. So if you have a National Park Pass, you'll be able to get in. Yet another reason to get the pass when visiting southern Utah. Access to the tunnel is also strictly controlled. It's very narrow and built when cars were much smaller. I don't recommend taking an RV or even taking any kind of trailer through here. There is special fees and time restrictions on when they are allowed to go through. Best just to plan on taking it with a car or a regular truck, or you will be turned around. This tunnel is unique thanks in part to the windows along the route that give you a peek into the canyon. And if you have never been here, it just adds to that slow reveal of this place that you just don't get coming in from the south, where everybody else does. Wow, that was worth it. Now, once outside of the tunnel, you get spit out into a view of the Great Arch. All the peaks out here have a name, and it looks like they were named by a Mormon. Here's the East Temple. in the distance, that's the Sentinel. Google said these were called twin brothers. And then the Court of Patriarchs. But the most famous peak here has to be Angel's Landing. It's also the most famous hike here. People that do that hike are nuts. You can't do that if you're afraid of heights. Damn it! Unfortunately, our destination that we wanted to check out, it's called Weeping Rock. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it back there. It's closed due to some rockfall. See all the sand everywhere? I guess they had a pretty nasty rockfall a couple months ago, actually. So I'm not sure why they're taking so long to reopen it. That sucks. It's the one little hike I wanted to do, check out. Best time to come here is the off season because you get to explore in your own vehicle all the way towards the back of the park. During peak season, a bus is required, and to me, I think it just spoils the view of this place and the experience of this place a little bit. I drove around all the way to the back and slowly made my way out, and this place was just beautiful, and I'm glad I stopped, and I stopped a lot. It's hard to grasp the size of this place. It's massive. It's beautiful. I've driven by Zion many times on I-15 and I never stopped to check it out. I so regret it now, and I wish I would have done this drive sooner because this place is amazing. This was an amazing trip across a small portion of southern Utah and northern Arizona. I've been saying that I've been going to do this trip for 20 years, and I'm glad I was finally able to experience it. And I already want to go back and explore more. There's so much more to see out there. So big thank you to Brian and Mike for the invite on this trip, and let's do it again soon, guys. That's it for this video of our American Southwest trip. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along for the ride, and hope this video series inspires you guys to take a trip out to this amazing part of the country. I highly recommend it. There's nothing but beauty out here, and you're not going to experience views like this anywhere else. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.